Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell us your name and your role in CIWC?
My name is Dan Schneider, and I am a member of the board of the Cincinnati Interfaith Workers Center. I'm happy to serve in that role.
Thank you, sir. Can you tell us a little bit about what is it that CIWC does?
CIWC helps workers, especially low-income and immigrant workers, to deal with many issues they deal with. Quite often it's issues of wage theft and discrimination of various kinds. And these are unorganized workers who face lots of problems, and they have day-to-day lives that really challenge them. And Cincinnati Interfaith Workers really helps them with the wage theft. And this past year, the workers helped to spearhead a drive for an anti-wage theft ordinance that passed by very large margin in City Hall, by City Council, which really, I think, has begun to help many low-income workers with the problems of wage theft, not being paid for overtime, not being paid for the work they do, working off the clock, those kinds of things. It's a real problem, and I was there to support them when it happened, when it was passed.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell us your name and your role in CIWC?
Sure, Lucy. My name is Brennan Grayson. I'm the director here of the Cincinnati Interfaith Workers Center.
Can you tell us a little more about wage theft? A lot of people are not familiar with what that means.
Sure, wage theft is very common. Just to give you a sense of how common it is, we estimate that over $52 million a year goes unpaid to Cincinnati area workers because of wage theft.
Hi, I'm Priya Walia. I am a third-year law student at the University of Cincinnati College of Law. In spring 2015, I worked at the Cincinnati Interfaith Workers Center to help with the first draft of the wage theft ordinance in order to protect the growing low-wage worker population we have here in Cincinnati. And since then, our ordinance has been successfully passed and is now officially an ordinance for the city of Cincinnati. The value of this type of ordinance sets us apart from other big cities in the United States and allows us to be a safe haven for workers to not be exploited.
All right, everybody, we're here in City Hall. The members of the Cincinnati Interfaith Workers Center, its religious and labor allies, brought about a huge victory for working people and wage earners in Cincinnati. Now, if you're on a city project of any kind, you are protected from wage theft. There's going to be no tolerance for any kind of wage theft based on what this movement brought to the city of Cincinnati. We are excited to share with the community what this does to help people enforce their right to be paid for every hour that they work on the job. Come down to the Workers Center, find out how this ordinance can help you get paid. Thank you very much to everyone who lent a hand and to help bring this fight and this victory to Cincinnati.
Who would you say is the most vulnerable community to experience this type of issue?
Undocumented immigrants, because they are afraid to speak up. They are afraid that somebody's going to come get them, they'll have to get deported. So I would say, to me, I'm not an expert, but to me they would seem to be the most vulnerable population. And I know some of them people very personally. I teach English as a second language to immigrants. I know some people, and they are some of the finest people I know, and I really am concerned about them.
What would you say is the best way to help educate these communities?
I think you make them aware of their rights. Regardless of how they got here, they have every right to be paid for their work, and that's the law. So they should have the full protection of the law as long as they're here and obeying the laws of our country, which most of them do every day.
When the union's inspiration to the worker national, there can be no power greater than anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? For the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. When we hold him up with the greedy parasite who would lash us and the serfdom and the crush us with his might. Is there anything left to us? Organize and fight. a power greater than their hoarded gold, better than the might of armies magnified 1,000-fold. We can bring to birth a new world from the ashes of the old, while the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. When the union's inspiration to the worker national, there can be no power greater than anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? For the